We begin tonight with a political story which demands of the rest of us that we pause and take a breath and acknowledge how even the tightest grip on power can slip and the fate of even the once largest party in Africa change. That, in simple terms, is what's happened to the People's Democratic Party, or PDP, which has undergone a remarkable change in fortune since 2015. It's a moment to ask where a party that once inspired tens of millions of Nigerians with such a surge in hope just over a decade ago is heading now. A party that came into its own in 1999, a watershed year in Nigeria's political and democratic history, but now exists in a fractured world it created for itself against a backdrop of what's happening in the larger socio-political realm in this country. Whatever happened to those once strong and frequently watered roots that produced 3 presidents in rapid succession? Well, as of now, there is an unusual amount of complexity and uncertainty surrounding the PDP following its national convention at the weekend in Ibadan, where new officers were elected and prominent figures, including Nyesom Wike, Ayo Fayose, and Sam Anyanwu, were expelled for anti-party activities and for fostering disunity. So is it now wolf in sheep or sheep in wolf with the PDP? And who's the wolf? Was expelling the likes of Nyesom Wike, as enticing a prospect as it may seem given his brazen anti-party activities, an illogical, exaggerated decision that will end up further destabilizing the PDP? Or could it mark a new beginning, allowing the party to regroup and refocus on its core values and goals, sending a strong disciplinary message to the party faithful that anti-party activities will not be tolerated, and to the public that the PDP is taking a bold step towards reform and accountability? Well, for all this, I'm joined now in the studio by the PDP's National Vice Chairman, South-South, Emmanuel Ogidi. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you, Gareth. How are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Good, I'm cool.
Yeah, nice to have you here. You're just coming hot off a plane, literally, from the convention in Ibadan. So we appreciate your coming in to talk to us. But let me ask you this. This new leadership of the PDP that was elected at the disputed convention could well end up being an interim leadership, couldn't it? So would it be fair for us to call it the de facto leadership of the PDP?
Yes, de facto, yeah. We are the leaders.
Well, when I mean de facto means that you're there, but you don't have the legal instruments to be there just yet.
No, well, okay. What do you mean by legal instruments that you're just there?
Well, I mean, they could go to court and you'll be tossed out tomorrow.
No.
There could be further disputes.
We fulfill. Look, you see, many of us don't understand how we operate in PDP. That's the reason. You see, the convention is that last stage. There are processes before the convention, and we fulfilled all of them. Recall that in our 102 NEC meeting, where we said that all communication to INEC had been done. And INEC acknowledged it.
Right.
We even have a CTC of it. That means that we have followed the law. We have communicated. Then INEC did not say anything. The next thing we heard was that the then secretary, or the expelled secretary, said his signature was forged. How could it have been forged? Because we're all present when you signed. But anyway, we understood all of those things. Those were the mines I said were on the field, which we needed to clear before getting to convention. And God has helped us. That's the truth. When Saturday came, yes, some of us were still apprehensive. Recall that The dissidents have been announcing paid advert. They've stopped convention. Who are you to stop convention, for God's sake, when the process had been fulfilled? But we know that there are always enemies of progress. Charles, let me tell you something. PDP, as we are today, we are fighting for the soul of democracy. Government of the people, for the people. What APC has thoroughly infiltrated us. But I have to give it to them. They're very effective. You have to give it to them. They're very effective. But we are resilient. We said, no, we cannot allow this happen. And that's what we did. And you needed to be there. I'm sure you saw it on TV. I was even amazed myself, considering all the counter announcements and so on.
But that is just one stage, one stop in a very long road, because in the immediate term, I understand that the factional leadership led by Mao Ohuabunwa and I understand Sam Anyanwu are planning to hold a meeting at your headquarters tomorrow, Tuesday, but that the new leadership led by Kabiru Turaki has gone to the police to say that come rain or shine, he will hold a NEC meeting at Wadata Plaza tomorrow. So it looks like there's going to be something of a clash there, doesn't it?
No. You see, you know, what that group is doing is sad. And I'll tell you this, if you take any medication that's expired, it will have very terrible effect on you.
Yeah, but the important thing is that it's weakening the PDP, and that's what the ruling party would like to see. They want to weaken you as the opposition, and nobody can blame them for
and
that.
That's what you think. If you know the decisions we took on that Saturday, and then the response, our strong base, it's a grassroots. It's People's Democratic Party. Our strong base, we said, finally, you could take the decision.
Right, but
we took it.
Yeah. Well, let me. I'm going to come to that base in a moment, because there are very big questions that are swirling around them.
All right.
But let me ask you this, as somebody who has been a loyal member of the party, and you are in the, let me put it this way, commanding heights of the leadership of the PDP. I mean, you're the national vice chairman of the South-South region, which is a very important region to the PDP.
Yes.
How big a cathartic, purgative, perhaps even purifying moment is this for the PDP?
It's big, really. And you know, when you have this stomach issue.
That's why I use the question of
yes, I know, that's why I'm happy you used it. We have been pushed. That's why you can see me, I'm renewed. I'm getting old, you know, but I've been revived. I was worried. You know, we're not sure we'll be able to take that decision on that day. Yes, because we're part of it. We were this backward, forward, look, let's do it. Some said no. We said, no, let's just do it for the sake of saving democracy, for our teeming population. And when it was announced, you can see the reaction. But do you know I'm not smiling? You know, in the Bible, we're advised not to rejoice in the downfall of somebody. That's why I'm restraining myself. If not, I will have been jubilated. I will have been put. You see, when they were trying to prepare, I said, please don't do it over.
You don't want to look too pretty and too happy.
The truth of the matter is that bone that's stuck there has been removed without a surgery. Initially, we thought that there was going to be, we're going to, how do you say it, anesthesia, and then you not do that major surgery. It turned out not to be a major surgery. God just allowed it to just come out like that.
Yeah, but
the bone just came out.
But this is also putting the PDP at a crossroads, isn't it? With questions about where the party heads now. Many analysts see a difficult road ahead with a slew of pending court cases, a convention that's not ratified by INEC, and the expulsion of some really big wigs from the party like Nyesom Wike, people who are known to be brawlers. I mean, are you expecting lots of political and legal drama to come? Because, I mean, let's face it, Nyesom Wike, Sam Anyanwu, and others that you've expelled, they're not going to go away without a fight, are they? I mean, it sounds like you're entering the lion's den.
Governors have been leaving. Prominent people have been leaving. And we're still
Yeah,
standing
but they're
strong.
left on their own. You didn't chase them out. You didn't expel them. It's a completely different kettle of fish.
Yes.
When you expel
In the case
someone
of this,
or attempt
see,
to do
if
that.
there's no discipline, then there will be chaos in any family. That's how it is. Before this time, we warned them severally. Charles, we warned them. We tolerated them. See, there's no doubt that Wike did things for the party, yes. But it gets to a stage where, look, the Bible is very clear. Do not let your good be evil spoken of. That's what has happened. All these things we are doing is about what God wants. Psalm 62, verse 11. Power belongs to God. And he will give it to the person who will give it to. So, there's no, is it because you wake up in the morning that you start shouting?
Yeah, but the argument is that when the PDP or any party, for
Yes.
that matter,
Yes.
does not abide by its own
We
constitution
abide.
or violates the rights of its members, then the courts can intervene. And in this case, Mr. Ogidi, your constitution, from what I understand,
Yes.
says that a member cannot be expelled unless they are given a chance to defend themselves. Otherwise, the expulsion would be null and void. And it doesn't look like Mr. Wike and the others were given a chance to defend themselves.
That is not true. We issued warnings. And they decided to go against the warning. Who does that? Who can take that?
What warnings did you issue?
Several, if I knew I was coming
You mean
here,
you wrote to them?
of course.
Right.
It was even announced.
What warnings did you highlight in the letters that you wrote?
You should not be anti-party. We can't be beginning.
In other words, you cited examples of them being anti-party.
Of course
and saying
we did.
you're going again. This is a warning to you.
Did you listen to
Right.
the motion that was put forward yesterday, on Saturday? It was stated in the motion.
Now, I'm not talking about the motion.
No. All the
I'm talking
offenses.
about whether you wrote
I'm
to
talking
them
about
ahead of the motion.
all the offenses were stated there
Right.
because we have earlier told them.
Let me turn briefly to the other spanner in the works,
Okay.
Sule Lamido.
Okay.
Is it a fact that the timeline had elapsed before Mr. Lamido went to pick his form at the PDP office, or is there a sense that he was deliberately excluded from the process?
It was not the time had passed, and he knew it. You see, many of us were pained that we had to do what.
So
we
why
did.
was he able to secure a court order if the time had elapsed?
What did you say?
I said, why was he able to secure a court order?
Look, I don't want to go.
Or am
into
I
that.
the only one living in the clouds here?
I don't want to go into that. There are so many things happening today.
Right.
You see, the courts. We have used this court for so many reasons. But let me also tell you something about the courts. Do you know if both of us have a problem, we go to court? It's the judge that is on trial, not the two of us. Because between the two, we know the truth.
If what, sorry?
If the two of us have an issue, we go to court.
Right.
It's the judge that is on trial, not the two of us, because both of us know the truth. Every member of PDP knows the role he has played. You can only lie to yourself.
Right.
So we must be very careful what you do. Where will history put you today? People should think, you've done so well. And look at what you're doing. People that were around you today, they say, what is wrong with this man?
Right, okay. Well, we're almost out of time. There's
Yes, sir.
talk by the new Turaki leadership, of which you are a part, of reconciling the opposing factions.
Yes.
How do you plan to proceed with that? Because anything short of not welcoming the expelled members back to the party will not amount to reconciliation to them, will it?
There's going to be templates. We're still fashioning it out, so let's not go there.
Well,
There have to be templates. People who have been expelled.
yeah, so there's no chance of them
No, I
being
didn't say.
brought
I
back.
didn't say that. There has to be a template.
Right.
We've not gone into that yet. But that's for reconciliation, because even within us, some of us are not happy that we've done this because of their relationship.
Right.
We need to reconcile with them too.
Right. You mentioned earlier the base, the PDP base.
Yes.
What's your sense of the mood across the ranks of the PDP right now, following a disputed national convention, lots of pending court cases, continuing defections, presidential elections due in about a year and a half? Is there a sense that they are living politically on the edge? Have you got a sense of what sort of hope or what
Yes.
sort of disillusion they have about the PDP's political situation?
We have our members at the grassroots, and what they are telling us is encouraging. We have not lost the base at all. And that's why we are very happy. We have not. That's why I call People's Democratic Party. It's indestructible. No matter how hard you try.
Be careful what you say,
I'm very
because
careful.
we do remember you saying before 2015 that this is a party that would rule Nigeria for 60 years.
Yeah, we
and it
said
didn't.
that. We said that, but the Nigerians said they thought otherwise. But where are we today?
Right.
They're regretting it.
Okay. On that note, I want to thank you very much indeed, and we really appreciate your taking the time
Thank
to
you very
come
much.
straight from the airport to us.
Thank you
Emmanuel
very much.
Ogidi is the PDP's National Vice Chairman, South.
Thank
you
you very
much.
much.